Are you struggling to get a good night's sleep? In this video, we're going to go over the top 10 things that you can do to get a better night's sleep. Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Richardson, a board-certified family practice physician. I'd like to welcome you to Family Med, a channel that focuses on giving you practical and accurate medical information to help you and your family. If you think this would be something that would be helpful to you, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, and follow along with us. Well, welcome to our latest installment of I Have a Question. In this series, we tackle common questions that you have about day-to-day medical issues that you may be facing. The question that we're going to be answering today is one that I get a lot. In today's video, we're going to be tackling the ever-elusive question of how do I get a good night's sleep? Now, sleep is one of the most important things to maintain good physical and mental health, but unfortunately, it's something that many of us, including myself, neglect. Most of us walk around in a state of a sleep debt, a situation where we get more and more behind in our sleep. Now, signs of a sleep deficiency can be quite varied. In children, you can start seeing issues such as attention and behavior issues. You can see depression, aggressive behavior, and poor school performance. It can also put them at risk for obesity and health problems related to that in the future. Now, in adults, we see similar issues, including an increased risk for depression, fatigue, traffic and work-related accidents. It starts to affect your memory and ability to concentrate as well as perform well at the tasks that you need to be doing. It puts you at more risk for becoming overweight and obese, as well as increasing your risk for chronic conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. So plain and simple, we all need sleep, and the fact of the matter is most of us don't get it. Now, the biggest problem about sleep, though, is it's one of those things that the harder you try to do it, the harder it is to succeed. You can't just make yourself fall asleep, but there are things that you can do to help create a better environment for it to happen naturally, as well as avoiding the things that are getting in your way. The first key in getting to sleep easy is avoiding caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, or other chemicals that interfere with sleep. Caffeine is the most obvious culprit, and besides coffee, it can be found in tea, chocolate, cola, and even some pain relievers. In smokers, the nicotine is also a stimulant and can affect your ability to sleep. You should avoid any stimulant type of chemical at least 4 to 6 hours prior to bedtime. And interestingly enough, alcohol can affect your ability to sleep as well. It may help you bring on sleep, but after a few hours, it can act as a stimulant and increase your chance of waking up. So it's best to keep your alcohol intake to 1 to 2 drinks a day and avoid drinking within 3 hours of bedtime. Now, the next key is to turn your bedroom into an environment that aids in sleep. We all do best in a quiet, cool, dark environment. If you can't make it quiet, use earplugs or white noise devices to block out distracting noises. Use heavy curtains or an eye mask to block out light. Keeping your room in temperature under 70 degrees and having a comfortable mattress and pillow is also important. Now, we also recommend that you limit activities to sleep and sex in your bedroom. Having computers, TVs, or other distractions or activities in the bedroom blocks your brain from associating your bed with sleep. We need to train our brains to be able to recognize that when we get in our beds, it's time to sleep. Now, the third recommendation is establish a soothing bedtime routine. We do this for our children, but for some reason we think that we're different. Doing things such as taking a bath, reading a non-stimulating book, meditating can help prepare our minds for sleep. So avoid work, discussing stimulating issues, watching or discussing world events, or any other stress-induced activities. Stress increases the hormone cortisol, which is associated with an increasing alertness. Now, the fourth suggestion is not to go to sleep until you're tired. One of the biggest traps that people get into is they go to bed and they lay there for hours trying to get to sleep. If you're in bed and haven't fallen asleep after 20 to 30 minutes, then get up, go to another room, and do something relaxing until you feel tired again, and then go back to bed. Avoid any stimulating activities and keep the lights dim until you get tired. The fifth suggestion is to keep a set sleeping schedule. We do this with our children. They have bedtimes for a reason. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps our body set an internal clock. As we do so, our bodies are more likely to get tired at a certain time and make it easier to sleep. And just as, if not more important though, is making sure that we get up around the same time each day. Even if you didn't sleep well the night before, this is important to do even on weekends. The more that you keep a set schedule, the easier it is to train our bodies and minds to go to sleep when they should. The sixth suggestion is to avoid napping, or if you do, make sure that you do it for a short amount of time and do it early in the day. Keeping naps to 20 to 30 minutes if you're going to do it, and only in the early afternoon, will help you still be tired when it comes to go to sleep. Avoid napping altogether can help reset your sleep schedule and make it easier to sleep. Now, the seventh suggestion is to stop looking at the clock. Staring at a clock in your bedroom when you're trying to fall asleep or in the middle of the night just causes stress and anxiety and makes it harder to fall asleep. Turn that clock away from you and let your body do the rest. Now, the eighth tip is to keep your dinner meals light. Eating a heavy, greasy meal can make it more difficult for you to be able to sleep. For many, it contributes to indigestion, and that can make it more difficult, especially when you lay down to sleep soon after eating. If you get hungry at night, it's okay to have a snack, just keep it light. Now, the ninth tip is to exercise early. Daily exercise can be a key factor in not only a healthy lifestyle, but also in a good night's sleep. But if you do it too late, it can make it harder to fall asleep. Exercise stimulates the body to secrete the stress hormone cortisol. Now again, cortisol helps activate the alert mechanisms of the brain, what can make it more difficult to sleep. So try to finish exercising at least 3 hours before bed or work out earlier in the day. Now, the 10th and final tip is to be consistent. All of these tips are important to getting a good night's sleep, but they're not something that's going to happen overnight. It can take several weeks of really working at this to be able to see a significant difference. Insomnia isn't something you're going to be able to fix overnight. Keep at it and you will see improvement. And just like any other medical condition, if you've been consistently working on these things and are still struggling, get into your doctor. There are other conditions that can be contributing to your problem. Well, so there's the answer to the question, how can I get a better night's sleep? Hopefully it gave you some ideas on what you can do to start doing tonight. Now, these certainly aren't the only ideas that can help improve your sleep, so I'd love to hear from you. What have you found that helps you get a better night's sleep? Let us know in the comments below. Well, I hope you found this to be helpful, and if you did, please take time to give this video a like and share it with your friends. It helps our channel to grow and reach other people that may need this in their life. And if you haven't done so yet, don't leave without subscribing and hitting that notification button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. But until next time, this is Family Med with Dr. Richardson, and remember, take care of your body because it's the only one you have.